Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Welcome to today's Shortcuts Classroom Training for Stock. I'm just going to give it just a couple more minutes just in case there are anybody else that's going to have any issues joining us or anything like that. But we should be ready to start in just a few minutes. If you're unable to hear me, if you experience any sound issues, if you could just drop me a quick message. If not, I'll get started in just a moment. Okay, so if everyone is ready, we can begin with our 4 p.m. classroom session for stock. Now, Shortcuts classroom training for the stock control. So please make sure when you are doing this yourselves, you do have the relevant product information, which is inclusive of your buy and sell prices. I will talk you through inputting your supplier information as well. Basically, Shortcuts stock management will allow you to handle all of your stock more efficiently, especially with the tax year coming up. We'll be very successful in generating orders and making sure your stock is up to date. So what will we be going through this afternoon? So we will be accessing your products. We will be looking at adding new products, new lines and new suppliers, and we will also be updating your minimum and maximum levels. Now, we will talk about this in further detail in just a few minutes. We will also go through performing stock takes to ensure your current levels are correct. We will also look to generate an automated order based on your current levels, including your minimum maximum levels again. And we will also look at managing your professional stock usage. Now, this is your professional color, shampoos, conditioners, things like that. And we will also look at essential stock reports and much, much more. Okay, now we'll put this at the end, but you can obviously contact us at Education at Shortcuts, and you can also give us a call where you can speak to our help desk team. Okay, so let's have a look. So the first thing we're going to need to be doing is we're going to have to open up Shortcuts. And on the right-hand side, you will see our products section under the stock section on our navigation bar. So all we need to do is simply click into the product section. And this is where all of your products will sit. Now, at the top here, we've got your company and your line. And down the bottom, we can also toggle between professional and retail. But at the moment, it is defaulted to all. And that will be inclusive of both. Excuse me. Now, on the bottom right-hand side, we can filter between a company and line, and we can also add in a new supplier. I'm just going to filter and just show you all of our retail products just here, just like this. And I'm going to filter this back to include professional as well. Now, if we want to add in a new company and a new line of products, i.e. L'Oreal and a volumetry range or a solar sublime range, the first thing we just need to do is ensure we update our supplier. Now, that could be L'Oreal itself, or it could be someone like Aston and Finch's. This is so when we generate an automated order through our system, Shortcuts knows exactly where you're purchasing the product from. So using our drop-down menu on the right-hand side, we can filter to supplier. And as you can see on my system, we already have Redken and a company called Salon Success as our suppliers. Now I'm going to add in a test supplier. All we need to do for that is we simply click on the business button. And down the bottom here where our green cross is, we click the new button. And we type in our new supplier. So I'm going to call it test supplier for today. Once we have done that, we can now look to create our brand new company and our line. So using our drop-down menu again on our right-hand side, we can filter back to company and line. Now again, as you can see, we already have two companies in. I'm going to create a new one, and I'm going to call it L'Oreal, just so everyone is aware of what we're doing. So again, I'm going to click on the business button, and underneath, I'm going to click the new button once again. And you can now see we can input our company name. Underneath, we have our default supplier. Now that supplier will be the supplier we simply just created together. So underneath, I'm going to click test supplier. Now we also have some options here where we can pop in our rep details and also the company details as well. I'm going to leave this blank. Once we're finished, all we do is we simply hit the green tick where it says done. Now you can see we have our company. Once we have our company inputted, we now need to add our line of products. Now this can be volume shampoos, summer shampoos, and so forth. So we click onto the company, in this case L'Oreal, and then we click the new button. Now you will see we have a line come up for new line, and I'm going to call it the summer range. Now what we do, we have our company, we have our line. Now what we need to do is add in our specific products. So again, we click on our line, we click the new button, and we got another line open up underneath. This is where we can add in our products. Now it's always a good idea at this stage to fill in as much information as we can, i.e. the milliliters and things like that. On the right-hand side, we have the buy column. This is what you will purchase the product at from your supplier. So I'm going to put in £6.95. The sell price is the RRP of which you'll be selling the product at. For this, I'm going to put in £14.95. Now to simply change this, we can do this at any time. We just come back into our product section of our navigation bar, highlight the product, and we change the price just like that. We also have a current section just here, and I'm going to expand that just a little bit more just so we can see it in a little bit more detail. Now, the current section is what we aim to have on our shelves after an order, and obviously, of course, what we have on our shelves in our stock rooms at the moment. And to change this, we could, of course, just type in a number, but I'm going to show you a very handy trick in just a few moments of how we can perform a really accurate stock take and save us loads of time. We have another column here, which I will expand, which is our maximum level. Now, our maximum level is what we aim to have on our shelves, is what we want our order to create to put it back up to our current level. Our minimum level is what we want our current level to drop below in order to place it back up to our current. So you will see that these three work in unison with each other. So I'm going to put our maximum level as 6. And I'm going to put our minimum level as 2. And I'm also going to do that for just some other ranges here as well, just so we get a good idea of what we're doing. So again, I'm going to expand Paul Mitchell. I'm going to expand one of the lines, and I'm going to add in a current level as 2. And I'm going to say our maximum level is 6, and our minimum level is 3. And I'm just going to input some random figures here just so we can see. So one thing you may notice here, that as I do that, we get some different colors. We've got a red color here and we've got a green color here. Now this is because our maximum, we said we only wanted to have 2 on our shelves, but as you can see, we have 4. So this means we basically have 2 more than what we need. As you can see, these ones here are red. Now that is because we are getting very dangerously close to our minimum level. So the system is basically saying we now need to create an order. I'm just going to minimize those just for 1 second. Now, as you can see with our L'Oreal and our summer range, our current level is set to 2. Now, I've just randomly inputted some numbers. You could, of course, do this yourself, but like I said, well, I'm going to look at a really quick and easy way to generate a stock take for all of our products here to ensure we're completely up to date. Now, on the right-hand side of our navigation bar, you will see we have a little magnifying glass over the top of an envelope. Now, this is where we can generate a stock take. We click onto that, and all we simply need to do is click the big green cross where it says New. And we can call this a test stock take. But this could be whatever you wish to count, i.e. L'Oreal and so forth. In the column next to it, you will have a responsible for. Now, this is basically saying I am responsible for this, but you could link any of your employees to this. Now, all we need to do is follow the steps on the bottom right-hand screen. So we just simply click the next button just here. At this screen, this is where we will add in all of the products we wish to count. So by clicking our green button here where it says Add, you will see we've got our companies here, L'Oreal, Paul Mitchell, and Redchem. So if we wished to add all of our L'Oreal products, now that would be every single L'Oreal product we have in our system. You may have already seen in other shortcuts features, we have this green square with these dots on. If I was to click that, that would simply highlight and add every single L'Oreal product in. If we didn't have time to count every single product and we only wanted to do a certain line, we can expand our company by clicking the yellow cross here. And if we wanted to count the entire summer range, we can do exactly the same process. We can click onto the grey dotted square on the left, and this will add in all of our products from the summer range. Now, of course, again, that range may be too big for us to count in one hit. We may only want to count the odd product because we're a little bit pushed for time. So again, we can expand our summer range line by clicking the yellow cross. And this time we can use the grey square to just simply add in each individual product. Once we are happy, we click the green cross where it says add. Okay, and you will see we have now inputted one product. We've got our summer shampoo there, which we created at the beginning of our webinar session together. And I'm going to add in a few more products as well. So I'm also going to add in the entire Allsoft range, just so you can see how it works. So I've expanded Redken, and you will see I've not expanded the Allsoft range here. I'm going to click the grey dotted square, and I'm going to add the entire Allsoft range. And now you will see it has inputted all of the products there. When we are happy and we've added in all of the products, we simply click this green done button to our right-hand side just here. And now you will see we have all of the products we wish to count, and we can scroll down to see them all. Now, I've inputted quite a lot here. You may not wish to do this many. So just in case you did want to delete some, all you would simply do, choose the product and click our delete our recycle button just over here. And you can do this as many times as necessary. So these are all of the products we wish to count. Now we can perform a stock take. So when we are happy, we simply click the green start button on the bottom right-hand side. Are you sure you want to activate this stock take? Well, yes, we do. You will then be prompted to print out 3 pieces of paper. The stock take form, well, that is the piece of paper we need to create our stock take on, and we need to count all of our products on. The unlist items form are items we may no longer wish to stock anymore. And we also have the stock maintenance form. This is if you come across any products that are damaged. Now, these two pieces of information here, you do not need necessarily to print these out. These can be found in our tools and our reports, and we will go through that at the end of the session. We also have a section down here where we can print the shortcuts current levels. What that will do is print out the column and basically tell you what the system already thinks you have in stock. Now, this works as a good safety net when you already have done a few stock takes, because it kind of lets you know whether you're on the right lines or not. For instance, let's say you are doing a stock take and you've only counted the 1 product, but your piece of paper and your system says you have another 7 to find. It kind of lets you know that there might be some more somewhere in the building. So I would always print this. Now, for the purpose of this webinar, I'm going to just untick all of these just so we don't get pieces of paper printed out. And when we're happy, we click the done button. Then what would happen? You would have your stock take print out, and you would go away to the relevant areas of your salon and your stock area, count the products. And now what we need to do is input it onto our system. So that may have taken us 10, 15, 20 minutes to do so. And our screen may not look like this anymore, but it's very simple to get back to exactly where we were. All we need to do, under the stock section of our navigation bar, just simply click onto stock take, and it will open it straight back up for you here. Click onto that, click the next button, and away we go. We are now ready to input all of our findings. So I'm going to say I found 1, I found 1, I found 2, I found 2, I found 3. And I'm just going to input some numbers here. And you will see how quickly I do this, how quick and efficient this will be to save you time in your salons. Okay. Now, some of you may have noticed as I did that, we had some numbers up here on the right-hand side. Now, this is our adjustment value. This is basically saying the computer thought we had 2, but I've only said I inputted the 1. So essentially, we have lost £6.95 somewhere in the salon. And you can see it has done that the whole way down. And it also works the same way, where the computer thought we had 0, and now we found 2. When we are finished and we are happy that we have inputted the correct results, all we need to do is click onto our checkered flag down here where it says finish. And it will say, are you sure you want to complete this stock take? Committing this stock take will update your shortcut's current levels. Well, that's exactly what we want to happen. So when we're happy, we click the yes button. There are product counts that are different to the recorded values or that have been sold during the stock take. It is recommended you recount these items. Would you like to perform a recount? Now, if we are happy that we have counted the correct amount, all we need to do is hit the no button, but you could, of course, recount if you needed to. Congratulations, you have successfully completed a stock take. Product levels will be updated according to your counts. So we have now performed a successful stock take. So now when we go back to our product sections, which is where we were when we started the session, you will see our current level has changed here and has also changed for the relevant products that we have now counted. Now you could, of course, do this for all of your products, and especially with the end of the year, the end of the quarter coming up for April the 5th, I would highly recommend everyone do this. So as we can see how quick and easy this was to do. And you can do this as many times as you like and for as many companies and as many products as necessary. So now we have sorted out our stock take and our current levels are correct. And we have also added in our buy price and our minimum and maximum price level, sorry. We can now look to create an automated order through our system. So to do this, on the right-hand side, staying exactly where we are in our stock section of our navigation bar, we can navigate to our ordering section just here. And you will see at the moment there is one outstanding order. Now, this was generated earlier, but we're going to generate a brand new order. So for this is no longer relevant. I'm going to delete this one out. So you will see we have an outstanding section, a received section, and a saved. Outstanding are any orders that have been placed and are yet to be received. Received orders are orders that have come in and have been completed and checked and put away. And a saved order is an order you started to generate, but you didn't quite have time to complete. So you've saved it to go back to later. Now at the top of our navigation bar just here, you will see is where all of our suppliers will sit. Now at the beginning, I created a new supplier, which was test. So I'm going to have a look at Redken just here. So I'm going to click on Redken, which is our supplier. And when we are happy, I'm going to click the new button. And you will see it automatically opens this up for us. We have a standard all, a standard retail, and a standard professional. A standard all will do both retail and professional. So I'm going to do all as well. And you will see we've automatically created an order based on our current levels and our minimum and maximum levels. This is only a small order because I only did a very small stock take. So looking at this, I've got 3 products, but I'm thinking to myself, actually, I'd like to add in a few more products. So down the bottom, I'm going to click the add button. I'm going to go to test supplier, and I'm also going to add in our summer shampoo. Now again, you will see these gray squares with the dots on. So again, I'm going to click the gray dotted square, click the add button, and I'm going to add in this L'Oreal product. I'm going to expand Redken further, and I'm going to add in some more Redken products. You will see I've tried to input a product that is already on the order. Now it comes up with a very handy little flag up here just to say that that product is already on the list. This will stop you from doing duplicate orders. Okay, so we've inputted our products here. And I've decided, actually, I don't wish to order this L'Oreal product because this is simply a Redken order I'm going to do. So I'm going to click on the product and I'm going to delete it. You will see how quick and easy it is to start generating an order through shortcuts. On the right-hand side, we have our buy price, and all of this will add up to generate a total order here, which will also be inclusive of VAT here. Now, let's say this Allsoft Argan Oil product, we don't actually require 4, we only require 3. Now, again, we have full control when we are generating our orders. I'm going to click onto the quantity and I'm going to change it to 3. And you will see it automatically updates our price accordingly. And we can do this as many times as necessary to create the perfect order. Now, let's say we have a very kind rep and they have said, in this case, Chris, I'm going to offer you a 10% discount on your Allsoft conditioner. Now, you will see we have a column just to the far right-hand side that says line discount. All we need to do is click onto that and input our discount amount. Now, we could, of course, add in a fixed amount, and this could be £20. That will be our monetary amount. But I've said our rep is going to give us a 10% discount. When we are happy, we click the Done button. And you will now see it has automatically worked out our discount for us and has updated our total price for us. When we are happy, we can click the Order button. If we needed to come off this, we can, of course, click the Save button. Do you wish to proceed with this order? Yes.